But yeah, even though this is the live show and things are a little different, we still have to do what we do. Here's Dave Meltzer, dumb moment of the week. At unpaid__critic, shout them out. Dave Meltzer has gone completely mad. Any one random guy can now send emails to Dave, and he will publish that as a story. No proof needed. Proving every day that these people aren't real journalists. So here's Meltzer, at Dave Meltzer, WON, reacting to sorry, I was just reading the chat for a second, reacting to this guy at Steve Peterson 4 saying, at Dave Meltzer 1 canceled my subscription. The news, in quotations, in daily updates saying you heard there were racist WWE fans at Revolution is not news. From newsletter to gossip, shit talk paper, done with it. And so Dave Meltzer responds to that and goes, you can cancel. When a subscriber for years recounts racist fans making very racist remarks sitting by him in 2024, to me, that's news. And what Dave said was that fucking there were people shouting racist shit at AEW Revolution. They were WWE fans, though. Like, there's AEW fans at an AEW show shouting racist shit, but those are actually WWE fans. That's what Dave said, and then he goes, cancel your subscription if you don't like my
How can you confirm that?
He's a fucking idiot. He can't confirm that, dude. He's a dummy.
Yeah.
And like, to me, I just I don't know. That's the first one. It just kind of upsets me. It's not even like a dummy thing. It's just like, how dare you be this pompous? You know. Yeah.
Or
so
journalism.
What are your thoughts on that? Like, there were people in the crowd at Revolution apparently yelling racist shit, and they said that they were calling wrestlers like Claudio and Daniel Bryan by their names, like Cesaro and Daniel Bryan, so they know they were WWE fans. That's what Dave went on to elaborate. Like, what do you think about that?
That's the evidence.
Exactly. It's like, you mean Daniel Bryan's not more famous as Daniel Bryan than Bryan Danielson? You know, crazy shit to me, man. So moving along here, I'll unbookmark that one. That was just funny as fuck.
Dude, it just sounds like a plant job, like fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like almost conspiracy theory wise.
Is that like when you hump a tree?
No, I can't talk about that on pod. We'd have to talk about that off pod.
At Meltzer said what? Everyone go follow him if you don't already. And everyone, please go like this video if you're watching the live stream and you're in here. Let me check how many likes we're at. So anyways, though, at Meltzer said what? Everybody go check him out. He's like the GOAT, you know? And I talked about this before. Like, you know, he's a guy who, he doesn't pay for the blue check, so people can't be like, oh, you're grifting? Like, oh, you're just doing this for clicks? Like, he just chronicles what Dave says. And so, hi, at Dave Meltzer. He just tags Meltzer. Were there any other no-sell spots you had problems with this weekend? So here's Dave Meltzer complaining about people no-selling. Okay? Guess what he's complaining about someone no-selling, Hairline? Guess what it is. Is it fucking AEW Revolution, what happened in the Sting match? Or is it what went down in WWE this week? Dave's sick and tired.
Probably something to do with Will Ospreay.
Yes. Well, here. So Dave is sick and tired of the no selling.
This match, I mean, the one thing, I mean, this is a really fun match, but the one thing I know, you know, gotta note, because it's so.
He's talking about Gunther here, guys. The guy, the best British strong style guy. That's what Dave used to say. Now listen to what he's saying.
Preposterous was, I mean, I had to watch it back because it was like, wait a minute, did he really do this? So he goes all out chopping that post, right? When I think it was JD moved. He was actually over JD. And then Dominic slams his hand into the post. So his hand goes into the post twice. And the rest of the match is essentially almost everything Gunther does is just chop the fucking hell out of him as hard as he could with the idea like he wasn't hurt at all. Like, it's like so whatever, you know, it's like and it was like, I mean, he did not do a chop for about 20 seconds, but the rest of the match, all he was doing was chops with the same hand. I thought, you know, he's going to probably switch hands. It's like, nope, nothing. Not, you know, not Winston when he's throwing the chops, not fighting through the pain when he's throwing the chops, not taking something
Dave's telling Gunther how to sell, guys. That's what's going on.
off of the chops, like, oh, he doesn't have the power in the chops. Nope. So I thought that is, it is what it is. I mean, it's not the first time.
Talking about no selling chops, bro. Aren't you hanging out with Eddie Kingston and John fucking Moxley? Jesus fucking Christ, man.
He's done that. But I do know that when he was in PWG and he did the same.
Hey, Dave. Gunther switched hands. He started chopping with the other hand, too, you fucking idiot. Did you even watch the match?
Thing. He actually did, like, sell it, you know, and it made a difference in the match. This one, it was just like, I don't know, you know. I mean, whatever. It's not any big deal.
Like sometimes I do that shit too when you're trying to formulate a thought live on the go and you're like, but usually it's like I'm looking at chat or I'm doing some dumb shit or I'm like fucking pulling up the next segment. This guy's just dumb as fuck. He doesn't make sense, you know? And then he's complaining about Gunther. Like, he goes, oh, these people were outraged for nothing and didn't even like, I'm not saying Dave's outraged, but it's like, did you even watch the match? For someone who criticizes people for not watching matches, you know, it doesn't seem like he even watched this match. Okay. And then UFC 299, Michelle Pereira just fucking choked out, just gooned this guy, man. Got a hold of him and just strangled him in a rear naked choke. Left him sleeping, bro. That was insane. This UFC's been crazy. If you guys like UFC, man, it's been incredible so far.
Deal. It's not like that doesn't happen elsewhere, but it was just very, very quick recovery. I'll just say that.
Dave, what about Eddie? Where's Moxley at, bruv?
Bleeding
fucking
in the back.
Dave, man. Davey Wavy.
It's one thing, like, if it's a few minutes later. This was right away, and he's just back throwing those ridiculous chops at the poor guy.
So that's Dave Meltzer with another dummy moment.
The fact that Meltzer just thinks he knows more about ring psychology than the longest running intercontinental champion of all time is just like preposterous. And I don't even want to address it more than that. Let's move on.
Oh, I got so much. Okay, now here's Dave. There's this ex-pro wrestler. I'm not even going to give this guy the time of day. This is a wrestler that, Stephanie McMahon apparently was really high on. This isn't a shot at her. So there's a wrestler. I forget his name. I'm not even going to give him the shine because fuck him. He murdered someone. He became like a right-wing politic guy, which whatever, do you with your politics. I don't care. Oh, Marv the Movie Monster's trying to get in. Everybody here, hold on what I'm saying. He's going to react to this next one. We're going to add a round of applause to Marv the Movie. Marvin, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. The second that you said my name, the cord came out of my headphones, and I had to I'm a little flustered. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Marv the Movie Monster, man. What's up? How are you doing on this lovely Saturday Eve?
Oh, gosh, I'm doing all right. I was just writing I was in the middle of writing a script when you told me you were going on live, so that I was like, oh, I got to stop.
So I'm looking at these private... We have a private chat here. Marv's like, yo, I need to get in on this Meltzer bash.
Oh, yeah. No, fuck him. So, no, I mean, you want to talk. You want to talk about the biggest hypocrite on the planet with him talking about Gunther's fucking hand? Are you kidding me?
God.
Are you kidding me? And then he creams himself over Will Ospreay kicking out of a million driver? Like, come on.
And not just that, but everyone kicking out of Will Ospreay's shit. Yeah, so let's listen to this last. Here is Meltzer doing his best, I guess, Howard Stern impression. I don't know what he was going for here. But here's Meltzer trying to be cute and funny.
I invented everything, Robin.
On with Brian Alvarez. So I was saying before, there's a wrestler who I forget who it is. Sorry, I don't even want to say his name or give him any shine because he murdered someone and he was some politician. And apparently Stephanie McMahon was like really high on this guy backstage back in the day. Not an indictment on. Yeah, Kane. Yeah.
Because if it's Katie Vick, there's a couple of extenuating circumstances surrounding that. I think there are rumors about things that happen post mortem, and I'm not sure if that's anything we want to be talking about.
So this wrestler murdered someone with blunt force trauma, and here's Brian and Dave talking about it.
And we start off with another horrible pro wrestling story. Daniel Rodimer, who was a former Tough Enough contestant.
I thought you were gonna tell me something about like the announcing or something.
No, this is terrible. It's actually a legitimate terrible story.
Okay, first off, like Dave tries to crack a joke. Oh, I thought you were going to tell me about the announcing or something.
Oh God!
And he knows as soon as like Alvarez says the guy's name, Dave obviously knows that he's going to bring up that this guy murdered someone because Dave knows everything. I know all the wrestles already. Dave's like cracking jokes. Like, what are you fucking? Who are you trying to be? What are you, O.P. Hughes, buddy? What are you doing?
Oh God!
No, this is terrible. It's actually a legitimate terrible story.
Okay.
Daniel Rodimer wrestled as Dan Rodman on some house shows, some episodes of Heat. Stephanie McMahon was very high on him at the time. Big, blonde. Well, he wanted for murder, turned himself in, arrest warrant, and is wanted in relation to the homicide of a 47-year-old Christopher Tapp, Resorts World Las Vegas, October 29, 2023. Tapp's cause of death, blunt force trauma to the head.
He took LA Knight's move.
No, it's not good, dude.
Is he really like making jokes about like the murder there? Like,
I don't mean to laugh, but just Dave.
what? Read the room.
Yeah, dude. It's just there's a time and a place. Like, and especially like it just happened. I don't know. I'm not one of these guys. I'm okay with comedy. Like, if stand-ups are gonna make jokes, fucking Hairline.
But he's not a comedian. He ain't a comedian.
Exactly. That's not
catch
what
me
you
at
do.
the Chuckle Hop.
That's not
this
what
Saturday.
Yeah, bro. That was, and it's just like, oh, he took a LA Knights move, and then Alvarez is just like,
No,
this
idiot.
is pretty serious right now. Like, this guy probably has a family and shit. Just chill for like a minute.
You know what? The thing that I can't stand about Meltzer more than anything else in the world lately is that he makes me like agree with Brian Alvarez occasionally.
I know, me too.
I'm like, am I baby facing Brian Alvarez right now?
Yeah, you are. I've done it too. I've quote tweeted Alvarez and gone, the fucking paradigm shift of, that WWE shifted the fucking axis when I'm agreeing with Alvarez.
Well,